And me kind man for say I have with me Mussa Dankwah. Na ono an executive director Edema Global Research Info Analytics. Or hasi Mira Akwaba.
You so Bobie.
Boko there.
And you better say about Boko.
Me was wa bre.
Chale.
Me was wa bre. Me was wa bre. Me was wa bre. Yeah, I can tell. Kafra, me say enya me pa. Enka the woman because even Friday and you me contacting you and me also other networks, so I watch you on Saturday also on Joy and but mami nika busa sa anyway results free this year election mobile no feeling better the amount.
Me dear, me feel it, I'm a bit normal about it because Kakrabin a shock came in, but mostly no, I knew they were coming.
MPP in government G watching your own friends G watching me cry me can't be me G watching and oh catch the movie say one here the business Ghana who be that enti e buy no e dey na ekoso wutrim time resources as a trickle in.
I just feel say we'll be vindicated. Almost say yakoje bribe na ye no almost we the entimi being see that almost debi o hwe 1990 when ni ma ntim say look about we unprecedented elections into bianya history and to baby no on going forward. I think it was some time that I'm for some about the must confirm my medication.
Really?
Oh yes, people will tell me on social media say I should be taking my medication because I'm say we at the chima was low. Yes, because we were seeing something nobody was seeing. Then the movie was you, but nobody was seeing it. Now everyone was saying, look, if we can see it, then anybody who does a scientific research must see what we are seeing. Obi was say why research PAA or use scientific method piano should not be blind about what we were seeing. Because I was quite shocked, say people omunya aware said the ebanoso. It means people were not doing anything.
But no, most who were researchers, they were giving them figures.
May say what we were seeing, anybody with a scientific research method and tools would have certainly saw what we saw.
So meaning omo a year projections 50.1, 50 plus omo yet a good job or their
Absolutely.
methodology is wrong.
A completion of everything. Because look, we hear the scale of the defeat now. There's no way a scientific research will not pick the noise. Something from science, you know. Science means it can be replicated and mostly you get the same outcome. And your voodoo and your income. So once you follow the same methodology and you speak to people who are in Ghana today, who went out and voted, there was no way you couldn't pick what we were picking.
Mira, mame, anyone starting free a year constituencies. Now they are by regions. Now they are by national. Now let's deal with the constituencies. Young fan say Mansonia Kasakasa Kakra Ewoho. But the fact the NDC is doing 188, right?
I don't even know what
what
minimum
187. 187 and I'm say MPP so yeah say 98 880. Okay, but from the constituency level, what happened?
Look, and that was even more scarier than national elections, you know, in terms of what we were seeing. You know, much earlier. Some of them, in fact, more than 7 months ago. Some over
here. Specifics.
Yeah, Oshe Trobu. There were signs said Trobu is going to be. Yes, Amasama.
Okay.
And then Domi Kwabinya, almost over a year, there were signs. Oshe Ablekumanov, the same situation. Ablekuma West, the same. Tema West and Tema Central, the same. All the MPP system, including Anyaso Tum. But we didn't see Wijagbawi for some time, because now if you say, if we know what is happening around the surrounding, that could be true for the same Wijagbawi. But
yeah.
we went there, I think sometime in June or July, and the story wasn't different. And I'm so if the MPP stronghold is behaving like this, then I wouldn't bother myself going to NDC areas.
But be a almost stronghold, no?
Yes.
And I've been no.
So
NDC strongholds,
I wouldn't go there and waste my money on it. I would never went to any NDC stronghold. I'm on for friend me. Oh, Adenta. So I don't want to. I don't know. I didn't need to go there. I didn't need to go there. And here, sometimes you will be a use follow ya. Ne use model different MRP. MRP, no, we use demographic of the constituencies, no, and past elections, current data. Now that we say, once we knew what was happening in Medina, any place around Medina, we know what will happen. Over hours west Wagon. Now who this you can say what will happen in hours Wagon will happen in Adenta.
Okay.
Over
that is a neighboring constituencies, no?
They share some characteristics. A bit of middle class and upper class.
Okay.
Over let's say Ododio, you know what will happen in Ablekuma South. You know. Over Ablekuma North, now you know what's going to happen in Ablekuma West.
Yeah.
Over Trobu, the Trobu is in trouble. Ebeka Anyanso Utum. Say Trobu is in trouble. Ebeka Domi Kwabenya.
Indeed, Baba Sadik no one when they say border.
Baba Sadik Ablekuma Central. No, I don't say only we say Ablekuma South or border. And
on a Kion,
yes.
And I say border,
yes.
But all right, a year Baba Sadik off.
Not entirely off, because there was a caveat. Say, Omo were mostly not all. They have a big chunk of NDC for maternity.
That is Boama. Oh.
So in that situation,
that's a game.
No, you see, there are people by their nature they are liked.
Okay.
Boama
is one of
them.
Yeah.
And I say, unless he can get the NDC guys to leave Boama, it will be hard for him.
Okay. But now
no, yes. Because NDC were aligned and MPP were scattered. Some of them were voting heavily for Kion. MPP for no. So I knew Dankwah would not survive that kind of situation.
Yeah. But Ashanti region.
Yes.
Constituency level.
In fact, it was shocking. There were signs no, in fact, I was thinking, say, NDC will hold their usual 4 seats, and maybe 1 or 2 there will be some disturbance by independence, and that would give NDC a chance. But the scale of the numbers, was shocking.
What should I do in the Ashanti region?
Whatever
with your experience,
whatever happened in Accra, whatever was happening in people's pocket, they felt the same thing in Ashanti region. And to make matters worse for Ashanti region, Omufile said they have done so much for MPP, but they've got nothing much in return. So it wasn't gonna be like, oh, I had the NT. And I think our political class must begin to assess themselves. The attachment of ethnicity to parties is becoming weaker and weaker. Weaker and weaker. The economy will always trump over those ethnicity and my stronghold syndrome.
Now, and ever don't care, say NDC and year because
look, we are looking at a voting population where over 70% of them are below 40 years old. So these guys are not really tribalistic, and for them, survival.
Yeah.
So one deliver. I mean, it will be very, very difficult in the future. Also, demography now, the older they are, no, the more attached to the party emotionally.
Emotional.
You know, or the crowd on to NDC, bottom of NDC, or the crowd on to bottom of
MPP.
But we are seeing a shift, and if they don't take care, before my seriously, in the next 8 years.
Osha Ashanti region, any voter region, voting pattern. You saw some changes in Ashanti region.
Yeah, whereas in voter, they were in fact, they were more solid behind the NDC. Than Ashanti. Ashanti was completely mess. In fact, the polls have shown, say, look.
I didn't know, yes, sir.
Look, one, you have issue of lack of development. Tangible development.
But use your microphone here.
Okay.
Good.
Tangible development are young Ashanti region. Until the last minute, you know, started we have some big projects.
Yeah.
And I think they saw it as an insult.
Okay.
Yes, Ashanti thought that, look, we're a gimmick. We're last minute giveaway just to win our vote. And look, people are smarter than we think. So that didn't ginger them. And then secondly, the economic situation in Greater Accra has affected everybody. Jobs and businesses were collapsing, even in Ashanti region. So they were more concerned about businesses and their economic survival than any gimmicks. And then third, you look at the situation where their running mates didn't help them there.
Oh, Ashanti region.
No.
You mean Napo?
No.
Are they educators? What
I mean, you all saw his first comment when he was unveiled. Subsequently, his engagement. You see, Ashanti region is not entirely MPP. You have a good number of NDC there, around maybe 17-18%. So me NDC 4. You have about 20% or so me floating voters. So once you are trying to place the core base, no, the core base is not 100% of Ashanti region, and Napo found it difficult to break through the Ashanti floating voters.
33% NDC in Ashanti region. 33%. Implication ne say in Susaswan ne say 33.
I didn't expect them to get 33%. No.
Now we figure I say
we were looking at between 28 and maximum 30% for Ashanti region.
And they did 33.
In fact, they did extremely well, above what we were expecting that they would do. And MPP and Bobie did exactly what we said they would do.
So what is the implication for NDC and MPP in Ashanti region?
I think it is time people begin to see, say, no place should be a no-go area. And I believe that if NDC had knew, say, they could win so many seats that they wouldn't have been in contention, many seats would have fallen. Because some of the things we were telling them, now, they don't even believe what we were saying. So they didn't invest in those areas.
I see.
I think if they have put money in everywhere that polls were saying, say, they could win, they could have won many of them much more larger margin than they did.
I see.
They didn't believe us. Some of them didn't believe us.
But with the 33, no, NDC making a build on it, and I say adjusted in 9 days.
See, there are dynamics that we are trying to investigate right now. We hear what happened in Ashanti region. In fact, Bobie gained plus 8% more compared to Mahama in terms of Omamotuaba last year.
Omotuaba 2020.
Yes, about Omamotuma Nanado, Omotuma Mahama this time, and Omamotuma Mahama, Omotuma Bobie this time. No, there were more people voting for Bobie net than Mahama in Ashanti region.
Okay.
So as to how he didn't get that high percentage in Ashanti region baffles me.
Really?
Yes.
So what do you think?
Look, we are still as to the cause or the reason we still don't know yet. We are still investigating the reason. But I believe, say, the Ashantis that came out, some of them went for Mahama, than they would normally done.
So Ashanti is no sway to
yes,
John Mahama side.
A lot more. Ushe Omwa Muvo Tuma Baomia from Mahama side now. They were the settlers from the northern extraction who had ethnic allegiance to him.
To Baomia
and Amutuman, yes. And some Muslims as well.
And Ashanti is no Tuma Mahama.
Yes.
So within the Ashanti communities, Mahama won.
Yeah, he got a lot more, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
But there were more northern and the Muslim extraction in Ashanti that voted for Baomia, and you could see the number from polls from Jura side. Those some of them, I think Baomia did very well. But
33 for NDC, can they build on it?
Time will tell. It's for them to decide what to do. If they're able to serve Ghanaians well, I mean, it's about performance these days. Who perform more? People who put aside their attachments, sentiment, and other feelings and say, look, they've done well. Let's give them the chance again. It's up to them.
Let's do Western region. Takrade, Escado, Ketan, Smenia Muniana, the Acheme. Takrade, Escado, Takrade. Me ko but na me nya sure me no grad dim komo say Takrade. I'm not too sure. So Western region.
I told you, sir, Accra and the Western region would deliver a seismic shock. And Western region, because the entire enclave of Sekendi Takrade was completely green, and that's not usual. It is highly abnormal for Sekendi, for Efia, for Kwesi, for Shama, Esikado, Takrade. These 6 seats to see something was happening there. In fact, when we did a poll recently before the elections there, about almost 30% of Omar Mutuma Danado in 2020 have moved their vote to Mahama. Almost 30% in this enclave.
Takrade, Sekendi,
yep, Shama, Efia, Kwesi, Eskado Kitan. And that meant that if these areas are behaving this way, the entire Western region could be in serious trouble.
So Takrade, Sekendi, Shama, dynamics bearing the Mao NPP mine. What happened there?
Look,
yes, apart from the economic issues, the local issues, more investigative.
Look, no matter how big local issues were, they were trumpeted by the national issue.
I see.
No, I mean, you couldn't find this election on local issues. That's all. That is it. There were MPs who are almost lose, but they've done a good job in the constituency. Look, let's say, let's look at Hohoi, for example.
Amewu.
Yeah. Look, when we went to the ground first time, a poll bear 3 or Hohoi. I mean, people were giving the testimony, even though some areas have not been done, but they were giving credit for some things he has done. And under normal circumstances, and a normal election, he may have won again. But we a very, very abnormal elections. People were not prepared to do skirt and blouse anymore because of what is happening in current parliament. So
I see.
So I think NDC used that effectively to whip their people in line. Eventually, those who were relying on NDC for to win, they lost. How commissioner now or rely on NDC for I feel vulnerable.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So which means Obiti said how a commission always not NDC for a cobuano.
Absolutely. And lately, the NDC straight, but MPP from Muja joining NDC for.
I see.
There are people in Accra camp who didn't vote for Mahokwe, came to vote for Eleplim. Oshe as Jamana. Initially, they were having the same problem. Now, NDC for no eta was pious a cheek.
Okay.
I'm not more hono. Say share border.
Yeah.
So they were supporting in before no. Excuse my language. I'm gonna focus for campaign, and I'm say Omunda one or you free pious. Otherwise, pious could have won.
I see.
Yes.
So back to Western region. John did 423,245. Wa candidate no or hono. That is presidential, sorry. Baumia 275,231, almost half.
That was serious. Honestly, Western region was something else. This is the largest result for for Western region in this republic.
Really?
It was shocking. In fact, in my model number, we're saying maybe Mama will get about 54%. Not this level 58%. Is too big. Too big.
Baby to say Takwansuayim.
We saw it coming.
Mekuduka.
Yes. And to make matters worse, you see, election, the wind was blowing very strongly. At the same time, there was a lady there who was contesting as independent candidate, and she was pulling a good number. And with that performance, there's no way Duka was going to survive, because NDC were united behind their candidate, but the MPP were fragmented between Olone Obano.
Independent, no MPP.
Yes, no MPP.
Oh, okay. So you're affecting Mekuduka.
Yes.
So you baby to say Eastern region. Eastern region, Baumia 493,234. Mama 453,234.
Almost draw.
Almost draw.
And no, you see, I don't know. I said, sir, MPP Ashanti region, ne, Eastern region, Ajurugu. That is exactly what happened. You didn't get what you're looking for in Ashanti region, and Eastern region collapsed under your nose.
You go swam when you
Yes. Yes, and the apathy in Eastern was a lot higher than in the Ashanti region.
Why?
Someone say,
but, so is it that Akufo-Addo 8 years in a 1 year?
No, I don't think people are saying that. Almost a comedy. Whether they have free education, there was fundamental issue about the economy affect Ubia, and people wanted the solution to the economy. Well, the top issues in the economy, jobs, and education in that order. So the first two, almost over half of the people were saying the economy and jobs. So once I don't know, then everything will fall apart.
My uncle baby to say Bono Ahafu. Mahama 216,691 against Baumia 124,811. Almost also half.
June, Ikoye Brekum West, Brekum East, Sunyani West, and Sunyani East. In all, none of them MPP was leading. None. So we said, sir, there could be trouble in Bono. In fact, the post was showing Barford was going to lose way back in June.
So, which means all more parliamentary candidates, there were issues.
Yes. And then Amir Chreme, he was also going to go.
And it happened.
All of them, Brekum West, Brekum East, Sunyani West, Sunyani East, only not tough. It was long projected, said they're going to lose those seats.
Greater Accra, so amazing. JM 1,260,832. Baumia did 681,535. Greater Accra, but Greater Accra seats no, it was a.
Look, none of them shocked me. None of them, apart from Patrick Muhammad, I say, I thought
Baba Sadiq.
I really thought Baba Sadiq must have worked very, very hard to get that seat. Honestly,
but
if the wind that is blowing is that kind of heavy, sometimes even the good ones get swept away. And I think if he loses the seat, I'm saying there were disagreement. If he loses that, it means the wind was quite great. Oshe Tema Centra, I knew it was going to be lost.
Tema Centra,
we said it long time.
That is Ebi Bright.
Ebi Bright, because Tema Kohono, now the force he was losing about 40% of the vote that went to Yves Hansen. he has lost that 40% of Eve's vote. And who can survive losing 40% of your previous vote? So we share all the places that Mulusi here now. There were signs, early warning. There were early warning signs that these guys were going. But it was too good to be true, so people didn't probably take it serious. Yes, because you guys don't know what you have done.
No, anytime me no bedroom come on phones, no, me the two part. They might be someone say, ah, oh Ray, some okay there. No, maybe I am saying no. Don't trust him. Don't believe, because I
no, you have every right not to. I mean, it's okay because.
Once I kept on asking you questions like, are you sure? Sir, baby, to say tema 3 seats are gone.
Yeah, it was long coming.
How?
Long coming. Herikote, we saw it long coming. There was no single seat Mulusuya Yanhu. Even those that they held on to, we saw enough signs say if the wind was bigger and blowing massively, you could take them down.
Eslosu.
Oh, she was gone long time. Eslosu had been gone long time. We were even expecting to lose last year. You know, survival year.
2020. Baby to say central region. 562,620 against 382,749.
And I say massive.
Very.
Almost about 60%.
Yeah.
In central region.
Yeah.
I don't think that has happened before.
I see.
I don't think. I have to check. But this is not the margin that central region normally gives. Center for the almost chadia. No, we are very, very massive. We were expecting some seats to flip, maybe NDC to lose some seat, and then, but we were, in fact, A+ seats. No, I think he did very well, because from our initial assessment, we were thinking say NDC could peep it.
Okay.
But I think A+ did very well.
Okay.
To win that seat.
So one more comma NDC, but
yeah, we were in the model. We were thinking it was going to go NDC, but A+ took it, which meant that.
So which means A+ ne Baba Sadiq near the same dynamics.
Yes.
Near the same dynamics.
Yes.
Savannah 134,563 against 56,000. Bow for Bomia. Savannah.
In fact, I'm saying only the second region with the highest swing, about 40% of Omatuma Baumia in the last time. Omatuma Mahama in Savannah.
Omatuma Baumia.
No.
Why? Because those things based on Mibotomasem, maybe there are local dynamics.
I believe that they wanted to give Mahama a very huge support, and probably they were thinking, say, Northeast bear the same thing. So they were trying to cancel each other, but Northeast surprised me.
Baumia Krum.
Almost surprising me.
Northeast. Let me check.
He was slightly better than Nanado in 2020.
I see.
Which means that the numbers, it means NDC numbers are very solid numbers there.
You know, one cap.
There be.
Mamma said me one Northeast. Do you have the figures for Northeast?
No, I haven't got.
Savannah, North, Upper East, OT, Upper West, Western North, Western North, no bad too.
My internet is down.
Her internet here very poor. Very, very poor. Okay, so Dumelo, I also
those ones. I think Dumelo, you could see that from the end of the last election, he was going to win the next one. I think leader was sitting on the borrowed time, and that time is up.
I also
yes, because Dumelo is very solid among the student population.
Okay.
And I'm saying Hokona the largest electoral area.
Yes.
So once that comes home very large and big, you can't survive it. And Ushe, the other electoral areas, no airport residential area, only numbers. And then the bigger numbers will come from the Abiling Bay side of Hono, and those are heavy areas of Accra who are suffering from the economic hardship. So it's not going to go her way. And it was obviously said she won't survive.
Offer baby to say Oti region. Oti region no hwe ahemfo no kasa no mo ne ba omiaka. But they lost all the seats once again.
There were some signals coming from certain part of the Oti region. I was expecting a bit of one or two shocks
from Oti region.
But in Chumuru was giving a bit of hint to say they were not happy, but probably they felt it wasn't the time for them to change their MP.